Imagine two deadly cobras locked in a fierce battle, their bodies intertwined as they wrestle for dominance. But here's the surprising twist. They're not using their venom. Welcome to the fascinating world of snake combat, where strength and strategy reign supreme. In the animal kingdom, territorial disputes are common, and snakes are no exception. Highly venomous species known for their deadly bites often engage in intense conflicts over territory or to establish dominance. However, these encounters rarely involve the use of their potent venom. Instead, these serpents rely on a combination of physical strength, constriction techniques, and intimidating displays to assert their superiority. When two snakes clash, it's a spectacle of raw power and agility. Their sleek bodies twist and turn, each trying to gain the upper hand. The primary goal is to overpower the opponent, not to inflict lethal damage. This approach makes sense from an evolutionary standpoint. Preserving venom for hunting. Prey is far more beneficial than wasting it on a rival of the same species. The combat typically begins with the snakes raise their heads, sizing each other up, their forked tongues flicking rapidly to gather information about their opponent. This initial phase is crucial, as it allows each snake to assess the other's size and strength. Sometimes, this display alone is enough to determine the victor, with the smaller or less confident snake retreating without further conflict. If neither snake backs down, the physical battle commences. They lunge at each other, attempting to wrap their bodies around their opponent. The objective is to pin the rival down, using their muscular coils to exert pressure and control. This wrestling match can be intense, with both snakes expending significant energy as they struggle for dominance. During these encounters, biting is surprisingly rare. When bites do occur, they're often more for show than for inflicting serious harm. The snakes may strike at each other, but they typically don't inject venom. This restraint is partly instinctual. Snakes can recognize members of their own species and seem to understand the futility of using venom against a similarly equipped opponent. The fighting techniques employed by snakes can vary depending on the species. Some, like king cobras, engage in impressive dance-like combat, where they raise a significant portion of their bodies off the ground, intertwining their necks as they attempt to force each other down. Others, like pythons, rely more on their immense strength, using their powerful bodies to constrict and subdue their rivals. These battles are not just random acts of aggression. They often serve a specific purpose, particularly during the breeding season. Male snakes frequently engage in combat to win access to females, with the victor earning the right to mate. These mating-related conflicts can be especially intense, as the drive to pass on one's genes adds an extra layer of motivation to the fight. The duration of these snake battles can vary greatly. Some may be resolved in a matter of minutes, while others can last for hours. The persistence of the combatants plays a crucial role in determining the outcome. Often it's not just about physical strength, but also about endurance and the willingness to continue the fight. As the battle progresses, fatigue becomes a significant factor. The snakes expend enormous amounts of energy in their wrestling match. Eventually, one snake will begin to show signs of tiring. This is usually when the tide turns, and the stronger or more persistent snake gains the upper hand. The conclusion of these conflicts is typically less dramatic than one might expect. In most cases, the losing snake simply retreats. Fatal injuries are rare, as the primary goal is to establish dominance rather than to eliminate the competition. This outcome aligns with the broader ecological balance. It would not be beneficial for a species to regularly kill its own kind in territorial disputes. After the battle, the victorious snake may display signs of triumph, such as raised head postures or increased tongue flicking. This behavior serves to reinforce its dominance and may deter future challenges. The defeated snake, on the other hand, will often slink away, avoiding further confrontation. It's important to note that not all snake interactions are combative. Many species coexist peacefully, especially when resources are plentiful. The dramatic battles we've described are typically reserved for situations where competition for mates or territory is intense. The non-lethal nature of these conflicts showcases the complex behaviors and instincts that have evolved in snakes over millions of years. It's a testament to the sophistication of these creatures, often misunderstood and feared by humans. Their ability to engage in intense physical combat without resorting to their most potent weapon, Venom demonstrates a level of restraint and species recognition that many might not expect from these reptiles. In conclusion, the world of snake combat is a fascinating realm of strength, strategy, and instinct. While these battles can be fierce and dramatic, they rarely result in serious injury or death. Instead, they serve as a way for snakes to establish hierarchy and secure resources without depleting their valuable venom. The next time you hear about snakes fighting, remember that it's likely more of a wrestling match than a venomous duel. A testament to the complex and often surprising behaviors of these remarkable creatures.